Welcome back to the Lifetimes podcast with your host, Lloyd Phillips.
And I'm Leighton Rowan.
Hey, Leighton. How are you today?
Good. I mean, I'm glad that the fire department came and helped us out from the last tragic accident.
Yeah, we had a lot of bad luck here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're an insurance nightmare.
Yep.
Speaking of that industry, it's not good right now.
No.
It's a terrible industry.
It is.
Like, you know what makes me laugh? There's a guy locally here. I mean, we won't say his name, not even because just in case there's not good or bad. I'm not saying his name.
Yep.
But there's a guy locally that whenever the storms are coming in, whether it's during the snow season or whether it's the storm season, tornadoes, he owns a roofing company, and then he gets on Facebook and prays that the storms don't hit us.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I know, but does it? Like, if your whole business is surrounded by hoping that shingles get ripped off, like, does it make sense that you're trying to pray it away for the community?
No.
Yeah, I don't buy it myself.
I don't either.
Anyway, so here's the thing. Yeah, insurance time is terrible, but let's move on from that crazy thing. Let's just be real. Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys, by the way, because we all know that we record these on well, typically Sunday, but it's a different day. The world shut down because it's Martin Luther King Day, and locally it stormed like crazy. There's ice storms. Well, it snowed, and now it's ice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all the schools are shut down. Nobody's really working tomorrow, so it feels like a weekend, even though it's not the weekend. At least I think. But when I was a kid, they had snow days. Like, we actually did snow days. I'm sorry. I'll get to Buffalo Bills.
Most normal schools that like kids do snow days. Now, schools that don't like kids to have fun do distance learning days.
Which honestly, I don't really like. I mean, listen, I do have some friends at the local school district, so I'm not going to go off on the Facebook tangent or Facebook rant that I've seen.
Yeah.
But but like in my head, I think, let the kids go play in the snow.
We get it, like
let them play in the snow.
Yeah, if we're lucky, we get snow like once a year.
I mean, now the flip side of that. Here's why. Because the teachers in the springtime take off. I'm going to get the days wrong, but they take off every other Friday and every other Monday. I don't know if it's like a Monday. I don't know if that day alternates. I don't know how that alternates, but that's what they do. So yeah, if you're a teacher, you're probably living your best life in the spring. I'm assuming that's why they do that. But literally, it snows like once or twice a year. I know there's more than one snow day built in. Mm-hmm. Give them the snow day and grow up. It's probably not even going to snow again, to be honest.
No.
That's my take. But speaking of snow, now back to Buffalo. Is the playoffs.
Well, you're talking about the Dallas Cowboys completely imploding on themselves and losing to the Green Bay Packers with Jordan Love playing quarterback and get absolutely destroyed in Jerry's world. That's what you're about to say.
I was trying to start on a high note, though, but I guess we'll start there. So just like the NCAA bracket, during this time of year, people fill out the bracket, the NCAA bracket. Well, now I got some friends that they're filling out the NFL playoffs.
Yep.
So it's like the NCAA, for those of you that don't know, you're just filling out the winners for the NFL. And I filled out people who I legitimately felt like, I mean, I watch football all year long because I play fantasy football, and I mean, I'm more watching the individual players. It's not like I'm watching lots of games because I usually have it on the Red Zone channel that only shows who scores.
Yeah.
Right. So outside of Buffalo playing, I don't even really watch whole games. So I don't know who's great outside of touchdown scores.
Yeah.
But I assumed that the Cowboys would walk all over the Packers.
Yeah.
And they didn't at all. It wasn't even close.
No.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
And it also made me look dumb when I filled my bracket out for other friends who were acting like they're like, do you even watch football?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I watch football. I mean, I thought I did. Terrible. I mean, Cowboys, that's like their MO. And this isn't a sports show, so I don't want to talk about it. Let's get back to Buffalo. So Buffalo plays today, right? And it's a big matchup, real big matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And did you know?
Was it big?
Well, it wasn't big because everybody knew Buffalo was going to win the game, but big that it's in the playoffs. Also big that Week 14, they had a 5% chance of making the playoffs.
Yeah, they've been playing playoff games for the last 3 weeks.
And yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So having said that, though, It snowed 40 inches in 2 days this weekend in Buffalo.
That was insane.
40 inches. Do you know how they got the stands ready to play?
They said, hey, fans, we will pay you $20 an hour.
That's right.
And provide a shovel, a warm room, and some breakfast.
Actually, they said you provide the shovel.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
You bring the shovel. So you had to you had to use your own tools.
That makes it more funny.
You use your own tools, and we'll pay you $20. But let's get this shovel. We got a game to play.
Yeah.
Do you think they were giving discount tickets to those fans?
No way.
Not at all.
Nope.
Just make the game happen.
But you know what they did give them? An experience, and that's priceless.
Honestly, I am mad at myself that it didn't hit me because I read that yesterday, but I also just read it yesterday. Had I known that was a thing previous, so let's say that I knew they're paying fans on Thursdays to start clearing, and I knew that in advance. I'm not so sure I wouldn't have flown to Buffalo.
I don't know if you could
help them. Was the airport shut down?
Yeah, that was like a travel ban. So like Steelers.
Well, I did hear that, but I didn't know if you could the airports. Whatever. Okay, let's just anyway.
Say you could. Sorry,
if it was a perfect
ruined
world,
the story.
I would have flown in just to do that for life experience to say, oh, I shoveled snow all day long, and then but I would have went to the game. I wouldn't have just been a local. It's like, all right, $20 an hour, pay me, and they're like, yeah, you can't get in the game.
Yeah,
sold out.
Yeah.
So, but it wasn't a blowout, but it got ugly fast, and then they caught up, kind of, and then it was,
I mean, it was a 21-0 at halftime.
It was never close.
No, it
was
within 7.
No, it was 21-7 at halftime because they scored with 1 minute 36 seconds.
You're right. Yeah,
because they blocked that field goal.
Yep.
So, and then their punter came up he gimped up on a hamstring thing, which, as we all know, if you've listened to these podcasts numerous times, I got a chronic hamstring problem.
When I watched that live, like I felt that because I knew like how he grabbed it and was like I've been there.
And here's the thing, you've been there. I know I've been there, but every time I was there when that happened, it was never -5.
Well, yeah.
So I don't know what. That probably I'd have rolled around on the field for 5 minutes. And he came back out and punted the ball. It was the punter who did it.
Yeah.
And at the moment that it happened, he was the holder.
Yeah.
He acted like he was going to run him down.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, he probably didn't even have a hamstring.
Faked it. Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna have to hit this guy. He's like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now he's telling the whole locker room, he's like, oh, I was going to blast him.
They're like, oh, if my hamstring didn't blow out in the middle of that, I would have probably forced the fumble.
I had him angled off.
Yeah.
I know that's what he thought. For those of you that don't know, you can't see. This is a Topo Chico in my hand, lime with a twist.
Not a sponsor, but they can be if they want to.
You know, for all the potential sponsors I burned down, somebody at work said, hey, have you tried these Topo Chicos, the lime ones? And I'm like, no. And at the time, I wasn't even really hung up on Topo Chico whatsoever. He's like, oh, you should try them. They're my favorite. And I tried it. Oh, my.
Yeah.
I bet I drink 10 of these a day.
Yeah.
Not really. I bet I drink at least 4 of these. At least 4 of these a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're awesome. But I get them in the glass bottles. But I just want you to know, I think we're getting scammed because so right now, as I'm reading this Topo Chico, I'm reading the whole thing. Twist of lime, carbonated mineral water, naturally flavored. All right. And that's what I've been drinking in Austin during the day. And then I ordered one at a restaurant 2 days ago. The whole thing's in Spanish. Mm. And as I know, Topo Chico is from Mexico. It's from Monterrey or Monterrey, depending on where you're from, but it's from Monterrey, Mexico. So these ones that have English on it, these are hybrids. These are scammers.
They're fake.
These are American Topo Chicos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one tastes better?
Well, I've just been drinking those American ones, so they're pretty good. But the other day I didn't have the one with lime. I just had the regular.
Just the regular.
Yeah, and like a lot of people don't like mineral water. Do you like mineral water?
Absolutely. I'd rather drink toilet water.
Well, everything's an acquired taste, and obviously Leighton drinks toilet water. So why you don't like these?
That's disgusting.
Oh man, you haven't even lived life till you get these things. Oh, there's a lot of people that don't like them, but I honestly kind of think that this it tastes like Sprite or 7-Up, but no sugar.
Which is the only good part about Sprite.
I don't know. You'd have to. I don't know. I don't like sugar drinks, so
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
yeah.
But that's what it reminds me of. I mean, I honestly, I bet I haven't had a Sprite probably 20 years. Like actually, like real numbers, probably 20 years.
Yeah.
But that's what it reminds me of. Oh yeah, and you think it's gross?
Yep.
You love toilet water.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. So we always act like we're going to do these news specials.
Yeah.
And then we get sidetracked. Well,
Yeah.
we've had a lot of sidetracks here.
Yeah.
Recently.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of. Hey, thanks for the faithful 8 fans that still listen every
thank
time.
You. Shout out to you guys.
Yeah. You know what? Before we get to the news stories, I mean, it's been a minute. Do we have these speak pipe things?
Oh, yeah.
Do we have these?
Oh, yeah. We got some from various fans.
Oh, well. I mean, do you want to play them now?
Let's do it.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's do that before we do these news stories.
Hey, boys. This is Hunter Biden. No relation to the infamous Hunter Biden. But I was listening to the last show, and I noticed you boys had a lot of questions about microchips. And see, that's something I have a lot of experience with. Microchips, they often go in computers or cell phones, and
They do.
my wife has problems with microchips in her cell phones. But my experience is I had microchips in my laptop computer, and I lost it one day. And a lot of the funny thing about those microchips is they will contain a lot of information that just a lot of information, and like my my
Sounds
niece's
experienced.
diary
Oh, yeah.
was on there. My business dealings overseas were on there, and a lot of time you can't believe anything she says. My niece, she's a pathological liar, and some people might say, "Why lie?" Well, she has reason to, but anyway, that's what's on microchips. I'm looking for my candy. I can't find it. I'll find it. Well, somebody will find it.
I don't know. I'm not 100% sure what we just listened to. But thank you, Hunter, for listening to the podcast.
What are they talking about?
I don't know.
He didn't sound like he didn't know anything about
He
microchips.
said I got confused when he said his niece is a pathological liar and he doesn't know why she lies, and then said she has good reasons to lie. That's a very confusing,
I don't know.
conflicting.
She must have told him about the microchips. Maybe it was her that told him.
Yeah, hopefully you find your candy, Hunter.
He didn't seem to act like he knew anything.
No.
All right, I guess let's go to the next one.
All right.
Put Yao Ming into Hall of Fame.
I don't even
That was it. The whole one.
put Yao Ming in the Hall of Fame. Okay.
We didn't even talk about Yao Ming. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't get it.
I don't think we've ever talked about Yao Ming.
Hey, Lloyd, this is Patrick Mahomes. No relation. I heard LeBron James called in and said you got small feet.
So, out of all the speak pipes we've ever listened to, I believe that one because that sounds just like Patrick Mahomes.
Hey, Lloyd, this is LeBron James. No relation. But I hear you got tiny, tiny feet. And it's been verified by a lot of different people.
This guy sounds like
Anyway, first time caller, long time listener.
he knows about microchips.
Hey, this is Jerry Jones. No relation. I just want to say Lloyd sucks at picking NFL playoff winners.
What an idiot. Yeah. Well, turns out on speakpipe.com we have one caller. That's what it sounds like. Well, that's good. I'm glad it's a hot item.
Yeah.
It's a hot item.
Thank you guys so much for calling.
Yeah, people are calling in.
Speakpipe.com/life&times.
Yeah, thank you guys all 8/1 of you.
Yeah, well, 1 plus Patrick. He called.
Oh, yeah, Patrick did call.
Yeah.
He sounded just like him.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so here we go. Texas man faces felony charges after allegedly stealing $500,000 worth of luxury cars. This took place in Sulphur Springs, Texas. Sulphur Springs man turned himself in on felony charges related to the thefts of the $500,000 worth of luxury cars. Law enforcement began investigating on Saturday after someone approached them about their stolen Lamborghini. The victim said the car had been stolen in Houston, and he hired a private investigator to track it down. The car's owner was able to track down the car at a home in Hopkins County. He told police that he was able to use the keys to make the lights and horn of his car go off in his garage.
Man, what do you think that this guy who stole the vehicles, I would have crapped myself if I would have like heard the Lamborghini that I just stole honk in his garage.
Here's the thing.
How do you steal a Lamborghini?
Way less fancy cars these days can be tracked. You know, like all the electric cars and all, and especially like high-end cars, they have the system in them. They all have a system in them. Like they know
OnStar or whatever.
Yeah. Okay, even OnStar.
Yeah.
Like you can't steal cars these days. If you're gonna steal cars, you should steal like a '79 Ford farm truck.
Yeah, you better get that Pinto.
Yeah, I mean, cars these days, I don't think you could. Even if you can steal them, like for something like that, if you're gonna steal like a car like that, and I don't know where he lives, can you imagine like that guy? What if he lives in just like a tiny house?
Yeah.
And they're like, cool car, man. He's like, oh yeah, got her in Houston the other day. Like I don't understand people that steal anyway, but like that's unbelievable. What is this?
I don't get how you steal it and expect to get away with it. That's the part that I don't get. And maybe some people do it for the thrill, I guess, maybe, but I don't.
Like if you're gonna steal it, I don't know from watching movies.
Yeah.
If you're gonna steal a car like that, then you're gonna put it on a boat and send it to China or whatever.
Exactly.
Like this guy's like I didn't do the math on that, but he's probably like two. I can't even talk. He's probably 2 towns over.
Yeah.
Like 2 cities over.
Yeah.
Like where'd you get that car? He's like, oh, got a pretty good deal on it. You can't even steal a Tesla. That's why I took a test drive on a Tesla, and the guy's like, "Oh, he just brought the key. You got to have the little credit card in your pocket, yeah." And so he's like, "Yeah, just drive around the block." He's like, "Take it out on the highway." He's like, push the gas, feel the power. I think it's still called power, but it's electric. But so
yeah.
And I was like, okay, and he was like standing by my door. I'm like, "Are you getting in?" He's like, "No." Because it's all automated. They can see everywhere you're at.
Yeah.
The entire test drive, they can stare at you. They can see how fast you're driving.
Yeah.
They can see all of it. As a matter of fact, they could probably push a button and shut the car down.
Yep.
I would guarantee they could.
Yeah.
Which is the next reason why, I'm not going to be the crazy conspiracy theorist. That's not the part of this. I just don't want to do that.
That's usually what conspiracy theorists say before they're about to say a conspiracy.
Well, I don't want to like make a show, and it's not like I every day look at I'm not reading news reports or listening to podcasts. It's all conspiracy stuff. Like I'm not, but if everybody has an electric car and you literally could just push a couple buttons and shut down everybody's vehicles, that is control.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be that right now, because a lot of people are like, oh yeah, that's crazy. Well, it is crazy, but there's a lot of things that have taken place in this world that seem crazy that never at some point nobody ever thought was going to be possible, or nobody ever thought that a government would do.
Yeah. And
now some of those things happen.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's my thoughts. Not crazy government guy. Because listen on Facebook, there's some people out there who they're in it. Like they're in it for sure. Now, once again, is there truth to it that you find out later? Possibly, but some people are off. They're just in left field. I don't know how.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Nobody's reading my thoughts.
Yeah.
I don't think. But here we go. Speaking of that, up there and all that. You ready for this? Here's this news story here. Scientists assert alien mummies in Peru are really dolls made from earthly bones. Hold up. Scientists assert alien mummies in Peru are really dolls made from earthly bones. Oh, well, I'll read it, and then I do got a take on this. Just let's see here. A picture of a study carried out by the Institute of Legal Medicine in Peru of alien mummies that concluded they are dolls made with animal bones is displayed in Lima. Is it Lima or Lima?
I don't know.
It's Peru, but Lima or Lima, I don't know, whatever. A pair of alien mummies that mysteriously turned up at the airport in Peru's capital last October have entirely earthly origins, according to the scientific analysis revealed on Friday. The two small specimens were discovered as humanoid dolls by experts at a press conference in Lima, and likely fashioned by both human and animal parts. A separate three-fingered hand believed to be from Peru's Nazca region was also analyzed, with experts ruling out any connection to alien life. Which, here's the thing. They ruled out any connection to alien life, and I am not... I completely do not listen to conspiracy shows, but if you don't really know about aliens, then how do you actually know if it's not... I mean, not to be all like weird about it, but because I don't personally buy into that either. But if you've never seen an alien, you don't think about it. How do you know the bones aren't the same?
True. You're saying, like, how do you know that they don't have human-like bones as well?
I completely don't believe that story, but I'm just simply saying, if you like, how do you know that? Have they investigated other aliens? Like, the only way that you would actually know that, if it's actually true, is if there were secretly alien labs and you're like, oh yeah, that's not alien.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is alien. That's not.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the only way, right?
Yeah. Unless they're just assuming.
Yeah, but now they're making me sound crazy. Like I'm like, oh, you don't know.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's backwards. That'd be like, oh yeah, it's alien. Aliens exist. I don't believe in that. Do you?
In aliens?
Yeah.
No.
I don't think I do.
I mean, I can get deep into it, but I don't know if this is the place that we want to do it.
Well, here's all I think. I think, you like biblically or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh.
Aliens will be used in the future. And so they're hyping the possibility of aliens even existing. They're hyping it up now because what'll happen in the future, then they'll use aliens as an excuse. That's all I'll say about that.
Okay.
That's what I believe.
Okay. Well, just in the news, though, things they've been shooting down for my lifetime, now they're like, oh, aliens, possibility, right?
Yeah.
Do you notice how they're slowly kind of inserting it into things? I have noticed that.
Yep.
I have noticed that because I've lived life for 44 years, and for stuff that even though I still am telling you I don't believe it, now the news is like trying to be like, oh, look, maybe it was aliens or whatever.
I mean,
crazy.
For my 30 years of life, almost 30 years, I mean, this is the most frequent that we've heard aliens in a period of time. You know?
Yeah, and I'm not even trying to argue with people about it. I'm just simply saying that it's like Bigfoot. It's like Bigfoot.
Yeah.
With all the trail cams and drones and satellite feeds,
somebody would have seen Bigfoot by now.
Would have seen a Bigfoot.
Yes.
So no, I don't believe it for a second.
Not a grainy, horrible quality picture. Like a clear picture. Somebody would have seen a clear picture of Bigfoot.
Now this is coming from a guy, me. This is coming from a guy who's went on, I think, 2 or 3 Bigfoot expeditions.
Of course you did. I can't imagine you on one of those.
But
Did you just act like you saw him like every 15 seconds?
I didn't go to this. I didn't go to this like I was the believer. I was the non-believer in this.
Yeah.
My friend was trying to like sell it out hardcore. And I'm like, come on, man. Like for everything I just told you, like, I mean, you would have seen one now by now. Now this is a fact. This is, I don't believe it. This is a fact though. On that trip, I found a large footprint. You can see the toes and everything. You see the imprints. That is a fact. And I said, Luke, come look at this. And I pointed at it. And he walked over and he got all fired up and took some pictures. And I did find that. But once again, we're in a country, part of the country where people are out there. I mean, did somebody just do that? Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm just simply saying that I don't know.
Yeah.
And if he was on this show right now, he would tell you a totally different story. Not about that. He would say exactly about that, but he would have his own story on the same trip about somebody threw boulders at him or whatever he comes up with. You know?
Yeah.
I'm not. Well, I wasn't with him then because he's not a very good. He's not he would run off and leave you in the mountains on his motorcycle when I wrecked 5 times and I don't know where they're at. And so it was one of those times where he just ran ahead and then he's sitting there waiting on us, but I'm wrecked up the hill. And so he, that's what he told. I'd have to have him tell the story. It's his story. I don't know. All right. So here we go. A man was arrested in connection to a YouTube prank where he dumped buckets of feces and other fluids on train riders. That's a YouTube video?
Apparently. I
don't see, for me, I don't think that's a prank. Like, that's not pranks.
That's not a prank.
A Belgian prankster was arrested earlier this month for a YouTube stunt. Prosecutors say he dumped buckets of various substances, including feces, onto Metro riders. The person in question, identified by Politico as Yanike, subsequently confessed.
Nike.
A man in Belgium arrested earlier this month after filming himself dumping buckets of various substances. Same thing, just repeated.
Yeah, and the point to do that would be to get attention and views, and so then you can make some sort of money on YouTube. But YouTube will take that down the first time somebody flags it.
I mean, listen, I've made videos for people to watch for some mild form of entertainment. What's funny about the videos that I make, they're never as funny after I make them as
what you think they are when you're making them.
No. I'm even aware while I'm making them, they're not funny. It's the initial thought in my head that was like, oh, that would be funny. And then every time I do it, it's not funny. So, and I'm not talking about other people. I'm talking about myself. You know, like, I watch some videos that aren't funny. I watch videos that are funny, that are also funny. But when I do myself, they're never funny. Like they never come out. Like, I never finish the video. I'm like, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that one was a banger.
Not for videos, never.
Yeah.
Sometimes we can get off the podcast, and I'll say, yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
But never the videos we make. I think the videos are terrible. Every video I make is terrible. Well, I mean, I'm not talking about your editing quality. I'm really talking about my TikTok videos is what I'm talking about. So my TikTok videos are horrible. All of them.
Yeah, but like some of your favorite or least favorite podcasts, like back in the day, you didn't like, and I thought they were funny. You're just a harsh critic on yourself.
Yeah.
This is a new thing that I want to do. They're weekly mug shots.
Well, we can do that for the YouTube. If they just listen, they're not going to get it. But here we go. You ready?
Well,
for
go
this?
to YouTube, guys.
Let me try. Arrested for allegedly first-degree harassment and probation in Polk County, Iowa.
Would you ever get a tattoo on your face?
That's like when my wife asks me real dumb questions, and I don't say anything.
Yeah. Just asking.
Well, I was gonna try to. Yeah, if you're watching YouTube, it's fine. I don't know how you do it for both, but this kid in Iowa looks real special. He's got face tattoos and neck tattoos of it's either a cow or an Ewok. I don't know what that is. What do you think it is?
It might be a cow that has mad cow disease.
Alleged arrest for allegedly carrying a concealed weapon, operating while intoxicated, failure to stop.
That one's boring. Yeah. And she's sleeping in the mugshot. Oh, look at this guy.
He's arrested for alleged burglary in Lake County, Illinois. And at the top it says innocent until proven guilty, but when people look like that, I don't think I think you lost before it even started, to be honest. Just like when they walk, if I'm a judge, and you got to hear the story, right? But if I'm a judge and I just watch people walk in, I'm like,
guilty.
Okay, I'll hear what they have to say, but we all know.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, this is a special one. Christina Zareel arrested for alleged. Listen, hold up. You don't even have to describe it. If you see it on YouTube, fine. I'm just going to tell you guys. Arrested for alleged possession of controlled substance, less than 25 grams, and possession of narcotic paraphernalia in Macomb County, Michigan. Listen, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, for nobody that can see, if you can't see the images, it looked like this girl Yeah, she's guilty.
Yeah.
That was hers. Those drugs were hers.
1,000%. And she tried to take some to hide the evidence before the cops got her.
Yeah, it was hers.
Oh my goodness.
This guy arrested for alleged assault with deadly weapon, 2 counts of domestic violence in Moore County.
Yeah, he looks like a winner.
Yeah, he has 2 face tattoos. He has an X in the center of his forehead.
Is that a Harry Potter?
Did he really put a Harry Potter? Yeah. Guys, I know if you can't see this, he has a Harry Potter tattoo on his forehead.
Yeah.
With an X also in the center of his eyes, but he got a Harry Potter tattoo. You know what? You just said, would I get a face tattoo? You know, if I ever had to get one, I guess it'd be a Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it'd be at a place to where like maybe your hair could cover up a little bit.
And they'd be like, where'd you get that? I'm like, Voldemort?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, who gave you that, Voldemort? What is this one? Arrested for alleged hit and run, failure to stop, crash involving serious bodily injury. Oh, those are a lot of charges. There's like 14
she
charges.
has a lot of charges, and she looks guilty.
Is this the game we're playing here?
Yeah, she's guilty.
Yeah, okay. Well,
oh, look at this. This guy's a
arrested
winner.
for alleged possession of methamphetamine, possession of paraphernalia, probation violation, Allen County, Indiana.
Allegedly.
Yeah, he allegedly. That's probably his first time. Just based on the amount of face tattoos, probably his first time. Now, listen, as we always like to backtrack, or at least I do, to have people's backs. If just because you have a face tattoo does not mean that you're bad.
1,000%. But this guy
now, for regular people who listen to it, like for just like everyday regular people who that's not their thing, in their head they're like, "It really is it? It's not bad." I'm just saying there are good people with face tattoos. There is definitely something more edgy to the people who do have face tattoos.
Yeah.
I mean, for whatever reason. And like somebody was saying the other day, a long time ago, outlaws had tattoos. Like outlaws had tattoos, but now everybody has tattoos.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you are an outward outlaw when you look like everybody else, every other hipster that lives in Seattle.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you do? Like,
but
you can't even stand out by tattoos anymore.
To bring it back, that guy had face tats and meth, so he was guilty. Allegedly.
Well, here we go.
She looks happy.
Yep. This is a smiling lady here. Arrested for alleged third-degree retail fraud, theft in Macomb County, Michigan. Wait, we've already had another Macomb County, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they're special. I mean, she's a happy lady. Needs some eyebrow work. I don't know what else.
She's happy. And we're not going to read his because his is kind of crazy.
Arrested for alleged felony theft by deception.
She is 100% guilty. No?
You think?
Yeah, look at her eyes.
I know. She's just looking over there. Wait, what was the charges? Let me see. The way she's arrested for alleged felony theft by deception. How was she deceiving? With her eyes?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She's like, I didn't mean to steal that. I meant to steal that. Like, I don't know.
That is our. There's one. Oh,
this guy, is that a tattoo? Or he just got beat up?
No, he just. Is that a piercing?
Well, he just got beat up. I don't. Yeah, probably so. Arrested for 2 counts of alleged DUI, alcohol, causing bodily injury, driving on a suspended license, Merced County, California. Yeah, I don't. Well, that's wreck photo. I mean.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah, the cops,
so we can't really judge that one.
I don't think the cops beat him up. Oh no, he's guilty for the. It's funny. It's all alleged. It's like there's people in video, like doing terrible things. Like obviously, the video is of the people.
Yeah.
But because they haven't had the trial, they always say alleged. But
yeah.
It's not alleged. Like we watched you do it.
Like he was in a wreck, and then I'm sure they had to help him out depending on how bad the wreck was. So yeah, it's not really alleged.
Yeah. I'll tell you what's alleged also. When my daughters get out of the bathtub,
yeah,
or shower,
yeah,
it's alleged because I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's funny that when I go in the bathroom after they get out, the floor is always wet.
Soaking wet.
the entire floor.
Yeah.
And the whole bathroom.
Yep.
I don't even know how you can get that much water. I don't know how that much water falls off your body
Yeah.
after you've got out of the shower.
Yeah.
It doesn't every time.
Yeah. My daughter does as well.
The rug is soaked. It's literally one of my biggest pet peeves, but I never brought it up to them until about a week ago. I've hated this for years, but I don't know, something about it. One day I walked in there, I stepped on their rug, and the water came up over my foot from the rug.
Yeah.
And I didn't yell. I wanted to yell. I didn't yell. I said, "Girls, come here." And I brought them in. I'm like, I don't know how it's even possible for you to get this much water on the floor. I don't even know how it's possible. By the way, they're 14 and 11. Like, I have no idea how you, like, do you dry off in the bathtub? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
Just for my wife to come in over the top and say, I never dry off in the bathtub either. Why? Why do you not? You're already in there. It holds the water. Dry off in there. I've never in my entire life got water all over the bathroom floor. Never. I've always dried off in the shower.
The only time would be is if you forgot a towel. And then you have to like take a step out, grab your towel.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And then when I'm done, I don't even hang that towel up. I throw it on the floor and wipe it up.
Yep. That's what normal people do.
I don't know. It just goes all through me.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that.
No, my daughter does too. It's like walking into a men's public restroom, the floor.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it's
Which
like.
I don't do.
Yeah.
I don't. I've said it numerous times before. I don't step in pee to pee ever.
No, you pee in the pee.
Yeah, I will not step in pee to pee.
No.
So if you're at a disgusting truck stop bathroom, I'm not.
Well,
I've said it numerous times. If there's pee so far out, and it's the only urinal available, first of all, I try to find the one with less pee, and that's it. I'll pee. I'm not doing it.
I only said that because I went to a restaurant, and it's not like super nice, but it's a decent restaurant, and I go into the restroom, and from the time that I stepped into the door, the entire floor is just
Oh, listen.
like it's not mop water, like it's disgusting.
Yeah.
The entire floor. I don't even know how you get pee all the way over there.
I wouldn't even go to that restaurant anymore, because what do you think the rest of it looks like that you can't see?
Yeah.
And the next thing, I'm not talking about truckers. This does not apply to every truck driver in the country. It applies. I don't even know how the percentage. I just know that when I go to truck stop bathrooms, they're disgusting.
Yeah.
And if you're wondering how Buc-ee's is so big, it literally is because of their bathrooms.
Yeah.
They have an attendant that sits in there. It's never gross.
Yeah.
Never. Buc-ee's are successful because they don't allow truck drivers there. Like, it's not, I mean, that's not a shot at truck drivers. There's plenty of clean truck drivers.
Yeah.
There's also plenty of real gross ones.
Yeah.
And so when they allow them to go in there and bathe pretty much in the sinks, which is what happens at truck stops.
Yeah.
They have showers there, but they don't all buy the showers. Some of them bathe in the sinks. That's why you go to Love's Truck Stop and there's water everywhere, and some guy's brushing his teeth and slicking his hair back with a plastic comb, and wearing sweatpants, and it's gross up in there. It's like, it's steamy up in there.
It's not steamy because you just rinse them off in the sink.
Or they did. They're just gross. I mean, but that's why Buc-ee's are awesome. Like, they don't do all that stuff. They don't allow all the extra gross parts.
Yeah, that's gross.
That's what I think. Anyway, well, I'm going to Mississippi this week. It should be interesting, but I'm going for like a different reason. Still for work, but I got to record some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. In theory, it's cool. It requires a professional production company, and I was like, yeah, I'll do it. And I'm not a professional production company.
Not yet. You're about to be though.
So when I roll there, hope it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hope it's good. Might have got a little carried away. Might have jumped the gun a little. So, this should be interesting, but I'm excited. I'm gonna go through Memphis. I'm eating barbecue.
Oh yeah.
That's gonna happen. But it's like snowed all the way. So.
Oh yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, I picked up my rental car and was like, yeah, I need all-wheel drive. They gave me a my first one gave me a Chrysler 300.
Yeah.
And it's rear wheel drive. The streets are solid ice. This is like, a couple hours ago. And I'm like, hey, I don't normally complain. I'm not complaining now, but do you have a all wheel drive vehicle? It's like, this one's rear wheel drive. So she's like, well, you said you wanted this kind of car. And I'm like, no, I didn't say I wanted that particular car. It's a range, like when you pick it.
Yeah.
It was like, but normally I pick the same thing every week, and most of the time I have all-wheel drive, even when I don't need it, but that's usually what I have. So I'm like, hey, do you have that? We finally settled on one, but people are spacey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. I travel every week. I rent cars every week. So, I'm the highest level at this place at Avis. And by the way, burn them down too. We don't need them.
Yeah, we don't need them.
So but the lady behind the counter, she's not a lady. She's a 25-year-old girl, but I'm like, yeah, I need a different car. She's like, well, we have trucks. I'm like, but I don't want a truck. I got to drive to Memphis. She's like, well, they're 4-wheel drive. I'm like, yeah, they are. That is right, lady.
Yeah,
they
good
are.
job.
Yeah, but you have all-wheel drive. We finally found one.
Yeah.
Yeah, rolling a Hyundai Sonata.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh.
Santa Fe. Hyundai Santa Fe.
Same thing.
Well, kind of. One's a car, one's not. So anyway, that's it. I don't even know why where I was going.
Because that's why the people listen.
Listen, it's minus 5 degrees. I feel like right now. Is it?
Well,
Or 5 degrees? Maybe it's 5 degrees.
well, no, the wind chill tomorrow is supposed to be -7, anywhere from -17 to -25.
I'm gonna have to take extra clothes.
Yeah.
Like if I break down, it may not be good.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You ever seen those plane crash shows?
That'd be like Man versus Wild out there if you break down.
Those plane crash shows.
Yeah.
If it breaks down, I'm gonna start a fire in the car
Yeah.
and sit in there and just be my
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be good.
Yeah.
Just keep it warm or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go forage for food. I'm gonna eat bucks and rabbits.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna take their skin and I'm gonna make a suit.
Oh my God, Daniel Boone.
Kind of like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are there rabbit hats? You ever seen a rabbit hat?
No, only raccoon hats.
Do they make rabbit hats?
Maybe. I'm surely they do.
That's what I'm gonna do though.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, I'm excited. I guess I'll get off here. You good?
No.
Yeah.
My life right now is just basketball. So.
Yeah. Just living that hoop dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, my life right now is professional film production.
Yep. And Topo Chicos.
Oh man, these are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are awesome. Yeah, so anyway, we're not sponsored. Go check out Topo Chico Lime with a Twist. Unbelievable. Not sponsored, but I know it's coming. So yeah. We're the fastest growing podcast in the nation right now. So anyway, tell your friends. Love everybody. Put Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame, and we'll see you.
Goodbye.